So yeah, like I was saying, so growing up in a family that are, not Christians, and me being the fact that, it's like now I could say, because back then I didn't know. And I wasn't, back then I wasn't a Christian before I knew God. So it's like now being that, I'm in a family that, there's not no Christians but me and my grandmother. So it's like we're the only Christians in the family. So, but I'm gonna talk more about, like I said, back to like my teenager years and stuff. So I went basically through that, identity crisis of trying to figure out, who I am and stuff like that, and like trying to fill voids that only God could fill. You know what I mean? And I didn't know that how to fill the voids. So it's like I was trying to do it, but the only person who could fill the voids in our hearts and life is God. So we're not we're not the ones who can do that. But okay, back to what I was saying. So like I was saying, okay, so over my teenage years, I became, like a rebellious teenager. Like through middle school and high school. It's like, I started getting mixed up, like I said, in the wrong group of people, wrong group of friends. Like I was always a popular kid, but I never really cared about being popular, if that makes sense. Like it was more so me being wounded, I kind of covered up, my wounds with popularity. So it's like I masked popularity over my wounds. But long story short, so being a teenager, I started, hanging with friends, the wrong group of friends, stealing, clubbing, drinking, getting mixed up into, relationships with drug dealers, gang bangers. I started like, doing all these things, like acting out because it's like I was missing something and I didn't know how to fill that void. So I was trying to fill it with worldly things, if that makes sense, right? So, and then on top of that, it's like I was disobedient to my parents as well. Like I was doing stuff that was just not good, like just wrong. And then on top of that, it's like I started, exploiting myself, like my body over the internet. Like I was just going down a dark, a dark path that I didn't want to go down, but it's like I didn't know what I was supposed to do or who to turn to. So it's like that's why I kind of say like it's a blessing when you grow up in a Christian, family. Like I feel like